Good evening, everyone. Wow, Pramod, after a long, long time, I am fine. How are you? ఎవరైనా వస్తారని వెయిట్ చేయొచ్చా? అది స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చా? Okay, Pratyusha is also entering. How are you, Pramod? Yesterday I had kept an video on writable interface and writable comparable interface, but only two people has seen this video. I don't know who is those two people, but only two people have seen the yesterday's video about writable interface and writable comparable interface. మరి ఇలా అయితే కంటిన్యూషన్ టాపిక్స్ ఏం అర్థమవుతాయో నాకే తెలియదండి. If we are like this, what will happen in the situation? Today, how many members? 1, 2, 3. Only 4 members are there. Okay, maybe it is a odd time since the people have not entered. See, yesterday we have seen the writable and writable comparable interfaces. What is the use of what is this writable interface? What is its syntax? Similarly, what is this writable comparable interface? What is its syntax? We have seen that one on the yesterday. Okay. For to implement serialization and deserialization in Hadoop, we want two interfaces. One is writable interface, the other one is the writable comparable interface. Briefly, we will see, as we have seen again, already we have seen this one in the previous video. So now we will briefly see and we will go to our topic. When we come to the writable interface, the syntax for writable interface will be like this. Okay. The writable interface will contain two methods, two abstract methods are there in the writable interface. One is write method. One is write method. The other one is the read fields method. This write method is used for implementing serialization. It will be used for achieving serialization. This is used for achieving deserialization. Okay, the writable interface contains these two methods, write method and read fields method. They are used to achieve the serialization and deserialization, these two methods. After the writable method, one more interface is available along with writable interface. We have one more interface is there, writable comparable. Okay, the other interface that is writable comparable interface is there. Then actually, it is not a separate interface. It is a sub interface for the Hadoop writable interface as well as Java comparable interface. Okay, this writable comparable is derived from two interfaces. One is Hadoop's writable interface and the other one is Java's comparable interface. Okay, this writable comparable is getting properties of Hadoop writable interface as well as Java's comparable interface. From these two interfaces, we are getting another interface called writable comparable interface. If we see that one, okay, see here, public interface, write to comparable, like sense, writable comma comparable. That this writable comparable is getting properties of Hadoop in writable interface and Java's comparable interface. From Hadoop writable interface, it is getting two methods, read fields, write method. Read fields method and write method are getting, it is getting these two methods from the Hadoop writable interface. And from the Java comparable interface, it is getting one interface, one method called compare to method. Okay, this writable comparable is additionally getting compare to method which belongs to comparable java.lang.comparable interface. From that one, it is getting this one. So totally writable and comparable interface contains three methods: read fields method to implement deserialization, write method to implement serialization, compare to method to compare the objects. What is the use of this compare to method is to compare current object with the calling object. Okay, to compare two objects, we use this compare to. So totally writable contains two methods: read method, write method, to implement deserialization and serialization. Writable comparable additionally contains one more method called compare to method. Okay, it will compare the object. Clear. When we come to the MapReduce program, where we use the writable interface, where we use the writable comparable interface, ఈ రెండింటిని ఎక్కడెక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం? When we come to the MapReduce program, when we come to the MapReduce program, we know in every phase of MapReduce contains key comma value pairs. Every phase in the MapReduce program is in the form of key comma value pairs. Okay, the any data type used for value field must implement writable interface. Any data type used for value field in the MapReduce program must implement writable interface. For value, we have to use any data type which is implementing writable interface. Similarly, for any data type used for key field in the MapReduce program, any data type used for key field in the MapReduce program must implement writable comparable. Generally, we know MapReduce contains every phase of MapReduce will take input in the form of key comma value pairs. It will give output in the form of key comma value pairs. Okay, the data types we are using for keys must implement writable comparable. The data type we are using for values must implement writable. Okay, the data type for key field must implement writable comparable. Why? Because at the time of shuffling and sorting, the shuffling and sorting is done purely basing on the key values only. So at that time we need to compare the keys. That's why any data type we are using for key field must implement the writable comparable. Okay, for values, no need of any comparison. So any data type used for value field must implement the writable interface. That is briefly the what we have discussed in the previous class. Briefly over the previous class. Now today we have to see what are the writable wrapper classes in Hadoop. We know the wrapper classes in Java. Okay, for all the primitive data types in Java, classes are available. Those classes are called the wrapper classes. We know what are the primitive data types in Java. The primitive data types in Java are byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. 8 primitive data types are available in Java. Since these primitive data types are not objects, to create an object for the primitive data types, in Java, there are predefined classes for every primitive data type. There is a predefined class. That particular predefined class is called a wrapper class. Similarly, in the Hadoop also, we have the writable wrapper classes are available in Hadoop. Clear? See, Hadoop provides wrapper classes for every Java primitive data type. Hadoop provides a wrapper class for every Java primitive data type. In Hadoop, there is a corresponding wrapper class available in Java. Okay, writable wrapper classes are available in Java, and those data types must implement write comparable and writable interfaces. And those wrapper classes must implement either writable interface or writable comparable interface. When we are using those wrapper classes for key fields, they must implement writable comparable. When we are using those wrapper classes for value fields, they must implement the writable interface like that. Okay, Hadoop provides classes that wrap the Java primitive types. Clear. All these Hadoop wrapper classes, writable wrapper classes are available in package org.apache.hadoop.io package. In this package, those predefined writable classes are available. Clear. To give values to these writable classes, we are using predefined methods called, okay, these writable classes have methods called get and set method. Set method is used to give value to the data type. Get method is used to retrieve the value of the data type. Okay, to give a value to the wrapped data type, we use the set method. And to know what is the value already given to the variable, we use the get method. We will understand these two in the future classes when we are going for programming. Okay, all the writer wrapper classes have get and set method for retrieving and storing the wrapped value. Now we will see one list of what are those primitive wrapper classes. Okay, already I told you there are writable wrapper classes for every Java primitive data type. Okay, the each primitive data type can hold a single value. They can hold single primitive value. Already this point is clear. To get to retrieve to read the value, we use the get method. To give the value, we use the set method. To read and write the wrapped values, we use set and get method. That is already we have discussed previously. Now this is the list. See, the primitive data types in Java are Boolean, byte, short, int, long, float, double. Okay, for a Boolean data type in Hadoop, sorry, in Java, for the primitive Java primitive Boolean, Hadoop contains one data type called Boolean writable. This is the writable wrapper class available for Boolean primitive data type. If Java contains Boolean data type, what is the wrapper class available in Hadoop means Boolean writable. Its size is 1 byte. Similarly for byte writable. Similarly for short, what is the data Hadoop wrapper class available? Short writable is the Hadoop wrapper class available. For int here, int writable is the wrapper class available. For the same int, one more writable class is available, that is vint writable. For int, we have two wrapper classes are available in Hadoop. One is int writable, the other one is vint writable. V indicates the variable int writable. We will discuss about this one later. Variable int writable, normal int writable. Its sizes are 4. Int writable is 4. Variable int writable is 1 to 5 bytes. Next, for float, we have the writable class. Float writable is the class available for float. For long, the wrapper class available is long writable, v long writable, where v stands for variable. Double, we have the double writable. These are the, okay, the second column is the writable wrapper classes available for each and every Java primitive data type. For every Java primitive data type, Java contains wrapper classes similar to Java wrapper classes. For the Java primitive data types, Hadoop also contains wrapper classes. They are known as writable wrapper classes. They are these. For Boolean, Boolean writable, byte, byte writable, short, short writable, int writable, v int writable, float, float writable, double, double writable, long, long writable, v long writable. If you observe here, one primitive data type is missed. Can you give me what is the primitive data type missed? Because Java primitive data types అన్ని కవర్ అయ్యాయండి ఏదైనా మిస్ అయిందా? Is there any Java primitive data type missed here? Yes, exactly. Very good. Char was missed here. Okay. Here, when we come to the writable, separately for char, there is no wrapper class is available for char. Char is also considered under string only. Under the string category only, char is also considered under string. We will discuss about that string writable later. Okay. Separately, there is no one for the char. Clear? In Java, we have the separate wrapper class is available for char, but when we come to the Hadoop, for char, there is no special wrapper class. That's why here only out of 8, 7 is only mentioned here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is mentioned here. Here, if you observe here, the size, what are the sizes of writable interfaces? Sorry, writable classes. If you take Boolean writable class, size is 1 byte, byte writable 1 byte, short writable 2 bytes, int writable 4 bytes, float writable 4 bytes, long double writable 8 bytes, long writable 8 bytes, v long writable 1 to 9, v interpretable. If you observe the sizes of these writable wrapper classes of Hadoop, the sizes of writable wrapper classes of Hadoop is exactly same as sizes of Java wrapper classes. The sizes of Hadoop wrapper classes is exactly same as sizes of Java wrapper classes. Additionally, they don't take any size. Additionally, they don't take any size. Okay, the size of Hadoop wrapper classes is same as size of Java wrapper classes. That is the point we have to consider here. Next, for char separately, there is no wrapper class. It is considered under string only. We will discuss that one later. How strings are represented in the Hadoop. Clear. Here, the points, the important points in this one is in the if you observe the above list, v int writable, v long writable are variable length, integer types, and variable length long types. Okay, v stands for variable length. Can you define what is this variable length? I think in the OS previously you have hear the words fixed size partition, variable size partition. విన్నారండి? Fixed size partition and variable size partition. అలాగే మీకు డేటాబేస్ లో కూడా వేర్ క్యార్ టూ డేటా టైప్స్ ఉంటాయండి ఇన్ ద డేటా. వెన్ వి గో టు ద డిబిఎంఎస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ లో కూడా మీకు టూ డేటా టైప్స్ వినే ఉంటారు. వేర్ క్యారు లేదా వేర్ క్యార్ టూ కానీ క్యారు ఇలా మీరు విని ఉంటారు. వేర్ క్యార్ టూ అని. వేర్ క్యార్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అక్కడ? క్యార్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఫిక్స్డ్ సైజ్డ్ వేరియబుల్, వేర్ క్యార్ ఈజ్ ఏ వేరియబుల్ క్యారెక్టర్. అలాగే ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇంటరైటబుల్, వేరియబుల్ ఇంటరైటబుల్, long writable, variable long writable are there. The difference is that one iterable has a fixed size, only 4 bytes. Exactly 4 bytes. మీరు యూస్ చేసినా చేయకపోయినా అది 4 bytes allocate అవుతుంది. See, for iterable what is the size? 4 bytes are there. సో మీరు చిన్న నెంబర్ స్టోర్ చేసుకున్నా 4 bytes తీసుకుంటుంది, పెద్ద నెంబర్ స్టోర్ చేసిన మాక్సిమం 4 bytes. Okay, whenever we use the data type iterable a, if we write like this iterable a అని రాస్తే immediately for the variable a 4 bytes are allocated. Whether you are using all the memory or not, there is no guarantee. So there is a chance of wastage of memory. If you use the v interwritable, its memory size is 1 to 5 bytes. Okay. Whenever we write v interwritable a, for a immediately memory will not be allocated. When we give value to a, then only memory will be allocated to a. Whenever I given a is equal to 10. Okay, whatever the memory required for 10, that much memory only will be allocated. The minimum, okay, the maximum is 5 bytes. Between 1 to 5 bytes, how much space is required for the a? 10, that much memory only given. When I give write a is equal to 100, how much memory is required for storing 100? That much memory only allocated for this variable a. Okay, variable interpretability is similar to our Java DBMS SQL language, char and varchar. Clear. Similarly, when we come to the case of long writable, also one more data type is available, that is vlong writable. Here also the same logic. Okay, 8 bytes, here 1 to 9 bytes. The advantage of using this v interwritable, v long writable is memory will be saved, where we can reduce the wastage of memory. Already this point is also discussed. Serialized sizes of primitive writable data types are same as actual Java data type. Whatever the size taken by the Java data type, the serialized writable data types will also take the same size. Whatever the actual Java data type size, here writable data types of Hadoop will also take the same size. Okay, for example, he given size of interwritable is 4 bytes. In the Java, what is the size of int size is also 4 bytes. Primitive data type int will take 4 bytes. Interwritable will also take same 4 bytes. Size of long in Java is 8 bytes. Long writable will also take the same 8 bytes. Okay. Okay, this is the briefly about the today's concept. Java's writable list of the Java's writable classes. What are the Java's writable classes? That is also nothing but the concept called the Hadoop data types. Okay, these are the things available. Okay, for the Java primitive data types, writable classes are available in the Hadoop. We have seen the list of those things. Along with those basic writable classes, many other classes are also available. In the next classes, we have to see along with these 7, some more classes will be there. For array, one more class will be there. for string, one more class will be there. Like that, we will see the few more wrapper classes available in the Hadoop. Later, we have to see the sample programs using these data types. Okay, that we will see in the next class. This is briefly about the today's class, that is the writable wrapper classes of Hadoop. Clear? Okay. On Monday again we will meet with a new concept. Continuation of this one. Okay. Thank you.